Hello guys, this is Gaming and I'm reacting to From Bullied Kid to Iron Man, story of Robert Downey Jr. by DharMannStudios. Anyways, let's begin. Oh yeah, by the way, I might as well mention this. The reason why I'm not at the beginning is because honestly, I looked at the sequels and I don't think it's really worth it to show. Like, okay, my man, I think what happened here is that he imagines himself being famous and all that when in reality he broke into someone else's house and that resulted in him being arrested, I guess. I honestly don't think this scene is honestly that important. Like, I summarized pretty much all of it in like 5 seconds. So, anyways, let's begin.
Recovery will be the hardest thing you will ever have to do. Doing it isn't what's hard. It's deciding to do it each and every day. So, today, I want each of you to share your earliest experience with drugs or alcohol. Let's start with you, Robert.
Wow. That is some dime store level shrink stuff there, Doc. But yeah, okay. I got nothing else to do today. I was practically baptized in drugs and alcohol. My parents were artists, filmmakers. It was always around and easily accessible. I was 8 the first time I even touched a joint. And once I got to Hollywood, forget about it. Everywhere you look, someone's offering you some sort of pill, powder, or a way to get loose.
Yeah, I think this is with any type of product in general. People consume a lot more of it when it's easily accessible. Like, okay, they're demonstrating it, but honestly, this can work with honestly anything. Like, for example, we might as well get to less extreme products just to do a bit of a showcase. So, let's say soft drinks, for example. Soda, stuff like that. If soda is always there, like you always find it and all that, then you're probably gonna drink it a lot more than if it's just not there or someone's not offering it. Like, the same thing was honestly any product in general. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be stuff like drugs or alcohol. It can honestly be anything. If you're offered it all the time, you essentially become addicted because let's be honest, even food and stuff like that is starting to have properties that intentionally make you addicted to it. Not even unintentionally, no, straight up intentionally make you addicted to it. So this example can also still be used with food as well. Because like this is honestly can't be taken as a joke anymore. Like they genuinely make it so that people get addicted to the food by adding sugar and stuff like that. Anyways, let's continue.
It's one of the best perks of being famous. But I'm not an addict. I'm not. No more than anybody else in my business. I mean, it's just all harmless fun. That's it.
Not everyone in your business ends up in prison. Perhaps it's not as harmless as you claim.
Miss me?
Are you high again already?
Oh, hurtful. A little early for addiction jokes, don't you think? Huh. Oh, so which one of these is my next project? Okay. You got a big reveal? Is that what it is?
Let me guess, he's gonna be told that he's fired, right?
Okay. TV?
Well, I guess I was wrong. Okay. Honestly, I feel like I've watched way too many stories where the next time a person goes to work, it turns out that they're fired, I guess. Anyway.
Joel, come on. I was nominated for an Academy Award. I mean, I'm a movie star, a now sober movie star.
8 years and 3 arrests ago you were. Now, you're one slip away from being permanently blackballed.
Okay, I want to ask, when is this happening exactly? Like, I'd assume that this is happening in the early 2000s or late 90s, something like that. Because the original Iron Man released in like what? I'm gonna be wrong here, I guess, but like 2008, 2009, right? Right? Did it release around that frame? 2008, 2009, maybe 2007. I think it released around that time. Not like gonna be completely wrong. I might be completely wrong. But if that's the case, then this story is probably taking place either early 2000s or like late 90s, stuff like that. It can't be any earlier than that. Anyway.
Believe me, I tried. The studio thinks you're too big of a risk. No one will insure you.
How am I supposed to get back in the game if they won't even let me out on the field?
This is how. Show the network you're reliable. Show the world you're a star. I'll get you back in pictures.
You're the boss.
That is a wrap. Enjoy your hiatus, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. Oh, Robert, don't forget you have a photo shoot with Entertainment Weekly today at 5.
Can't we move that? I mean, it's all the way across town. We went long tonight. I mean, the traffic is going to be a nightmare.
Sorry, network's orders. If you hustle, you might make it.
Rob. Hey, some of the guys left a little Thanksgiving present in the dressing room.
There he is, Mr. Golden Globe winner. Did I not tell you that doing this show was a good idea, or what?
You know what would be a great idea is if you put me in one of your movies.
Keep killing it like this, and it's only a matter of time.
Yeah? Yeah, you know, man, I hate to cut this short, but I have to head across town. I gotta do a shoot with Entertainment Weekly, so.
Yikes. Have fun fighting traffic, huh? Call me this week, okay?
Start spreading the scheme.
Wow, what a coincidence that he just so happened to wander right. Okay, like right would fit here. Just happened to wander near an officer, like just like that. What a coincidence, huh?
Sir, are you all right?
I'm good.
Hey, I know you. You're the guy from that TV show.
You're the guy from the TV show. Law and Order!
Oh, man. Oh, you have to excuse me. I never get starstruck. Ever. But I like.
Oh, you have jokes, huh?
I have a question. Can you give me a ride home?
Okay, funny guy. How about you come down to the station with me?
Oh, can I get an autograph at least, or? Oh. They fired me after I won a Golden Globe for that crappy show?
Yeah. And then you violated parole.
Again!
The judge is going to insist you serve 3 to 4 months here, 6 months at a rehab center. Do you know how much I stuck my neck out to get you that job?
Joel, it wasn't my fault, okay?
Enough with the excuses. You want to get back what you threw away? You need to admit that you're the problem. Nobody else. You. You can't conquer Hollywood if you can't conquer your own demons.
You make it sound so easy, Joel.
I mean, like, man, that's a life lesson right there. That's so true. Like, honestly, it's kind of in general. Like, it doesn't have to be Hollywood specifically. Like, if you can't conquer Hollywood, if you can't conquer your own demons, like, you can pretty much replace Hollywood with anything and it would still fit. You can't conquer life if you can't conquer your old demons, for example. But, like, you get the point. And honestly, a good life lesson, I honestly want to know if that's the only time they'll say it or what, because most of the time with these live messages, especially if there's more than one of the one that's said that like early on is never said again, to the point that I have to kind of say a similar version of it because I can't remember the exact wording. So I want to know if it's gonna be one of those cases. Anyway,
Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is to stay out of the barrel? I mean, it's slippery around the all edges, and people, they just love to see me fall back in. They love it.
Look, Robert, I love you. I do. But I can't keep pulling you out of a hole you're digging yourself.
Oh, Joel.
Step one of recovery is just to get out of the cave. Remember, even though you hit rock bottom, doesn't mean you have to stay there.
What if you have nowhere to go once you get out of that cave? Over the past few months, I've lost most of my money, almost all of my friends, my career.
No, that's when you find something to anchor you to the now, to keep you mindful and present.
No offense, Doc, but that sounds like something you read out of a fortune cookie.
Addiction is a living, breathing thing. You can either feed it or starve it. Patients who devote themselves to constructive passions often find it easier to maintain their sobriety. You just have to find what matters to you.
That sounds easy. I mean, if I haven't found what matters to me in my 37 years of life on this planet, I mean, I'm sure that I'll stumble upon it now.
Sometimes you find the thing that you're looking for when you give the mouth a rest and quiet your mind.
What the heck is that? I'm gonna guess it's just a montage of him improving, I guess. Like, does it really matter? Like, honestly, with this type of stuff, all I'm gonna say is that if you really want to see this, like, I keep forgetting to mention this for some reason at the beginning, but the link to the channel and the video will be in the description, so if you want to check this stuff out, you can check it out yourself. But for now, all I'm gonna say is, I'm not checking it out. Anyway.
When you said you had a surprise, I thought it was a part in a film. Do you really think that Wing Chun is gonna work with the nightmare that I have up here?
Only you can answer that. If you devote yourself to Wing Chun, you learn balance, discipline, how to control your mind, your choices, if you commit to it. There's a catch. If I'm gonna be your Sifu, you gotta stay clean. I'm too busy to deal with any of the nonsense.
Well, I'm a no-nonsense kind of guy. Sorry. It's just the quips are just a force of habit.
Let me introduce you to the next 3 months of your life.
Okay, so I want to ask a
3 months.
very simple question here. So, like, what's the exact point here? Like, can somebody genuinely tell me what's the exact point? Because, like, I want to know what the exact point is supposed to be. Like, you're telling me that all of this, like, he's gonna learn Sifu to control his mind, I guess? Like, I think that's the thing, right? Like, that's it? So he's gonna try to use it as a way to control his mind, I guess? Like, is that how it is? Okay, gotta do anything to keep the plot moving, huh? Anyways, let's continue. Okay, return to that point.
It will be. But we'll start simple. This is our center. All that we do comes from our center. Everything. You can't punch through every problem. Sometimes you have to flow with it. That's life. That's Wing Chun.
So wait, so you're telling me that he's gonna learn a form of Kung Fu, whatever, called Wing Chun, just So he's gonna learn it to control his mind? Is that the whole point? Is he gonna do Wing Chun so that he can control his mind or whatever? Is that how it is? Okay. Anyway. Okay, like, again, like with all these montages, does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Like, look, my whole point here is to not waste your time, especially because if you're watching this, I'm going to bet that you already watched the original, so why waste your time with stuff that I myself think don't matter? Like, yeah, if I were watching a story alone, maybe I would care about seeing the progress, but if I'm reacting and my whole job is to add commentary while making sure that your time isn't wasted, then yeah, I'm willing to skip those parts, because in the grand scheme of things, especially with the context of what I'm doing here, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, anyway, let's continue, huh?
Then I got a very interesting call from the studio about this.
What the? Okay, wait.
Pack your bags. We shoot in Montreal.
Sorry for the pause, the whole thing lagged out on me for a second. Anyway, let's continue.
But what about the studio? I mean, I thought that they didn't want to pay the insurance policy.
They changed their mind when I told them I would underwrite the policy.
You did this? Joe, I don't know what to say.
What did I tell you? Don't worry. He'll be here.
Oh, sorry. Training went a little bit longer than I expected.
Robert, it is wonderful to meet you. Oh, Joe right here sings your praises.
Oh, don't listen to him. He's a lousy judge of character.
Give it time. You'll get used to his humor.
I'm Susan.
Oh, you are the Wonderkin producer. No wonder he's never introduced us before.
Well, we've already ordered, but I can flag down a waitress for you.
No, I'm covered. Did you know that oatmeal is a superfood? It's crazy, right? It's insane. I mean, this does more for your brain power than a burger ever would. Greasy burgers.
Did you really bring oatmeal to a restaurant?
Why is that weird? It's weird. It's weird, but you know what? I'm not a weird guy. Sometimes I do weird things. After you, Millet.
Look, Robert, I respect your talent. I really do, but I can't have any of your antics ruining my first film.
Don't worry about that. That's all behind me. I mean, haven't you heard? I'm like the Saint of Monte Cristo. But you better not get nervous on me.
I don't get nervous. I thrive under pressure.
Atta girl. Look, I'm not some great philosopher or anything like that, but I've always thought that we're supposed to do the stuff in the time that we're supposed to do it. So, you trust me, I trust you, and we'll be fine. And if you need a shoulder to lean on while we're filming, I mean, I'll probably just be a knock on a trailer door away, so.
No thanks. I don't date people that I work with.
Wow. Oh, did you think I was asking you out? Like I wanted to take you on a date? Wow. This has to be embarrassing for you because that's not.
When I play good luck, he isn't embarrassed as well. And also, like, let's be honest, was I the only one who genuinely thought that they were gonna get together? Like, their chemistry was off the charts. Anyway.
Maybe I said it. Hey, you crushed. Absolutely crushed.
All right, everybody, that is a wrap on Roberts.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you.
The studios loved the dailies. You killed it, buddy.
Well, we both know that you're just happy because you didn't have to pay the insurance policy. Yes, please. Hi.
Well, the crew is still buzzing about your rap gift. They loved it.
Well, I know it's hard work to make this guy look respectable. Plus, I mean, it's the least that I can do for them.
Yeah.
And you? So, I'm wrapped. Officially. We're not working together anymore. How about that?
Is it me, or is this the first time in a long time where we genuinely see two characters that aren't together yet that actually have this much chemistry? Like, I'm not joking. They have had so much chemistry in the few scenes that they shared, more than the couples that DharMann is supposed to, I guess, make together. Like, the two people that are in the other types of stories that are made to be couples have less chemistry than these two. Like, like, I'm not joking. I feel much more chemistry from the two of them. From the two of them in the couple of scenes alone that I felt from all of those stories about the romantic couples combined. Like, I'm not joking in the slightest. Like, those two, I'm willing to bet, are gonna become a couple by the end. Like, the chemistry is off the charts.
Is this your way of asking me out?
Whoa, whoa. Take it easy. Be relaxed. I mean, but yeah. Sure. Okay. Say it is. Dinner? Tomorrow night?
Pick me up at 8.
8.
Hey. Hey. The guys left you a little something in your dressing room. So thank you for all the cameras.
Addiction is a living, breathing thing. You can either feed it or starve it.
There she is. Da, 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 da.
Are you high?
I mean, aren't we all from time to time?
I'll be honest, like, he moves in a way where I can't tell half the time from the way he's moving whether he's high or not. Like, the moment he speaks, it becomes clear, but from the movement alone, like, I was asking myself whether he was high or if it's just his way of walking. Anyway.
Susan, okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah, so am I. I liked the guy I met at the restaurant. And the guy on set.
I mean, for someone that's high, this guy still has a reasonable amount of control. Like, if he didn't have enough control, he wouldn't have stopped her from you know, closing the door. But, like, I want to ask here, like, I genuinely want to ask, what in that thing made him go back to his old ways? Like, what in it made him go back to his old ways? And I'm genuinely asking this. Like, what in it made him go back to his old ways? I genuinely don't get it. Like, if any of you genuinely know how that correlates, please tell me, because, like, I'm repeating this for the millionth time because I'm serious here. I am not joking. I genuinely don't know what this thing is. Like, what does it represent? Why is it that the moment he looked at it, he immediately went back to his addiction? Like, what is this thing? Genuinely, what is it? Okay, anyways, back to where we were. Around here.
Who this is?
Hey, Susan. But it's not that big of a deal.
Even though you hit rock bottom, doesn't mean you have to stay there.
Discipline is the choice between what you want now and what you want most.
You can't conquer Hollywood if you can't conquer your own demons.
I want to ask, how much is this really the story of Robert Downey Jr. and how much of it is added? Because here's the thing, at the beginning, it said that the story was inspired, not based, which is very different. Like, again, just to explain the differences, inspired is when you take some of the elements of said story and then put it into your own story. Like, you know, seeing the story and changing it up a little bit, you know? But when it comes to based, this is when you genuinely take the original story and do it like 95% to the same thing. Like, you may have changed these things up here and there, but for the most part, the story is the same. So I can't tell here since I don't know Robert Downey Jr. Like, I know a little bit. Like, the one I remember is when he said that the burger was so bad that he genuinely stopped his addiction or something. I think it was something like that. That's the last time I heard it. And at the same time, I could be wrong, since the last time I heard that was like what, 2 years or 3 years ago. So I can't be certain. But like, I genuinely want to ask, like, how much of this story is genuinely based off of the real story, and how much was added by Dhar Mann? Because again, it said inspired, not based. And trust me, Dhar Mann did the whole base thing before. This isn't the first time. Like, it's not like he only knows the word inspired or something. Anyway. Okay, do I care?
I had finally realized what it is I wanted most.
Well, what is it? Blah, blah, blah. Like, again, do I look like I care? You updated her on your progress, all of that. You took your recovery seriously. Do I really need to do more?
My world forever.
Like, again, I'll repeat this for the millionth time. Like, if this is the first time you're watching this story and you haven't watched it, like, alone before, then let me tell you, if you want, the link is in the description. But I don't care, and therefore I'm skipping it. This is my channel, and I do whatever I want. So, anyway.
I want to apologize. What you said was a wake-up call. So I've been spending the past few months just recentering myself and getting clean, and the whole time, all I keep on thinking about is you.
That's good to hear. But it's not why I called you in. What do you know about comic books?
Comic books?
Jon Favreau loves your work in Kiss Kiss. He thinks you'd make a great Tony Stark, but the studio isn't convinced. They want you to do a screen test.
Wow. From addict to superhero.
Has a nice ring to it.
If there's something good I'll give them is that they avoided modern technology being used. Like, they avoided showing anything related to modern technology, because if you guys didn't realize already, this story is happening in like 2000s to mid 2000s. Now that time has passed, now that I've seen nearly the whole story, I'd say it happens around the 2000s or like the mid 2000s, like the most of the story. The beginning is something else, because all of that looks like it happened, all of it at most like a month, like a couple of months to a year or so. And you know, movies take years to make. It's not like you can make a movie in a year or two, maybe, but for a large scale movie, you're gonna need like 3 to 4 years or so. For that, I'm like the fact, like I'm like to bet that the story is happening in like what, 2004, 2005, something like that. Especially since they didn't even cast the person who was supposed to play Iron Man yet, so this was very much in the very early stages. So I honestly like the fact that they avoided using modern technology, because this isn't the type of thing that you don't really think about, that you don't really notice unless you really think about it. Like, we're so used to stories happening, you know, in, you know, the modern day, in today and stuff like that, that when they do stories that are supposed to be stories that took place like what, 20 years ago now, something like that, we genuinely tend to forget. So I like the fact that they paid attention enough so that they did this. Anyways, let's continue.
How you doing? Everything's good? You all right?
Oh, I spent last week reading every issue of Iron Man that I could get my hands on. I'm as good as I can be.
Look, man, I love what you did on your last 2 films. And Joel told me all the hard work you did getting over your demons. That got me thinking. I don't want someone that could play Tony Stark. I want someone who is Tony Stark. Hey, that's Kevin Feige. He's the head of Marvel. He thinks Tom Cruise is a safe bet, and the studio agrees with him. You're here to prove him wrong.
Okay, so if this is actually from the real life story that they were considering Tom Cruise, then man, imagine how much of a different timeline we would have if they went with Tom Cruise instead of Robert Downey Jr. Like, imagine what type of timeline we could have got. Anyway, let's continue. Again, with the whole music shtick, does it really matter? Yep. Doesn't matter, blah blah blah. They record the movie, done. Do I really need to say more? So, first of all, so the life message here is, if you want to conquer Hollywood, you have to conquer your demons, right? Okay, no, it was, you can't conquer Hollywood if you can't conquer your demons. That's the message, right? I feel like it matters in the context of this story, but yeah, it honestly works overall, because you can really change Hollywood into anything. You can't conquer school if you can conquer your own demons. You can honestly change Hollywood into anything, so it's kind of a universal message. Like, the message itself, if you were to take it at super face value, that it only works for actors, but if you think that you can change Hollywood into anything, then yeah, this is honestly a universal message. So first of all, like, I'll try to comment on this as a normal story and not just the story of an actor. So let's try to comment on this as a normal story for now. So first of all, they honestly surprised me, because when I saw the title, I assumed that the last scene would be showing after Iron Man's success, would be showing the events after the Iron Man's success, you know? But nope, it straight up went to when they tried him, huh? Which, honestly, yeah. So, okay, what do I say here? I honestly think I have no words. Like, I genuinely have no words. Like, the story is good and all that. Like, this is one of the few stories where I actually don't know what to say. It feels like I really got to think about it to know what to say. And of course, you guys are not gonna wait for me to think. Don't, are you? Like, you're all, like, if I don't think of something immediately, I might as well not say it, huh? Okay, so first of all, should I say that this title is clickbait, or at least the first half? Where's the bully kid part? Where is it? Like, DharMann changed the original thumbnail. Like, I remember the thumbnail not looking like what was originally there. So, like, I'm willing to bet that after I release my video, DharMann's gonna change the title, because, like, where's the bully kid part? Like, they don't even show him as a kid, for crying out loud. Like, they generally don't show him as a kid. So where's the bully kid part? Like, okay, like, they could have easily come up with something like drug addict, and it would have made sense. Just say from drug addict to Iron Man. Like, are you trying to milk more views or something? If anything, I feel like if that's true, then I feel like the drug addict one would have worked way better. Like, imagine if it says from drug addict to Iron Man. Like, it works a lot better. Plus, it would be actually true, since again, I haven't shown the first minute, but like, look at this preview and you'll find out that, guess what? This shows him when he's old. Like, this doesn't show him as a kid. This is clickbait. This is genuinely clickbait. Like, first of all, I don't really know if I can count the Iron Man part, since for that part to work, like this only works in hindsight of the fact that we know that Robert Downey Jr. went out to be the actor of Iron Man. But if this was a fictional story, I wouldn't have counted it, since you know, for that to happen, you have to show us the events that confirm it, not the events that lead up to it. They only showed us the events that lead up to it. And second, the bullied kid part, I already said a million times, this is total clickbait. The bullied kid part is pretty much total clickbait. Anyways, you guys so much for watching. As always, the links to the channel and the video are in the description. And as always, in the left is my most recent video, on the right is a video YouTube recommends. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.